another body cam footage. Let's get into it.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Predator
Yeah,
school employee realizes she's been caught.
Okay,
Minor.
When a 14
Right.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Someone else.
okay.
Minor.
When a 14-year-old is
Wow.
caught sneaking out at night to meet a woman, investigators uncover a shocking secret that neither his family nor the woman's husband ever saw coming. The following footage has never been seen before. On June 11, 2024, an officer responds to an apartment in Reno, Nevada, after receiving a report that a 14-year-old boy had been assaulted.
I got up around 11:30 to tell him that I wasn't going to work tomorrow because I was sick. And he's not there. He's been telling me, lying that he was going to his friend's house and blah, blah, blah. And so finally today I decided to figure out where he was.
The boy's mother explains that her son had previously shared his location with her. Tonight, she used it to track him to a dead-end road.
There was a gate on this road and I was turning and I seen this car coming and I got the feeling it was him.
And did you follow the car?
I followed the car, but then I can't really see at night. So I lost them.
Okay. Do you know what kind of car it was by any chance?
I think it's a Toyota 4Runner.
Despite losing sight of the car, her son eventually answered his phone and asked to be picked up at a nearby park. When his mother asked who he'd been with, he initially refused to say. Only after speaking with his father did the 14-year-old reveal what had really been happening.
So he met this woman. He wouldn't want to go to school. So she reached out to let me know that she was going to be working with him. It started this school year, toward August 22.
The woman is 46-year-old Caitlin Rock, an engagement specialist at Billinghurst and Swope Middle Schools, who works with students struggling with attendance.
46.
Their meetings were supposed to only take place on school grounds. However, investigators would later uncover a series...
Yo, that's so sick, bro. What y'all think this woman's profile is? To be messing with a 14-year-old boy. And for him to go for this woman, I'm not saying she unattractive, but that's insane, dog. What? These people are really pedophiles. It goes both genders, both ways, and it's just sick, bro. Man, we gotta see where this goes.
of extremely disturbing texts that reveal the true extent of Caitlin's contact with the teenager.
This, I don't think was never at her house. There were other places, like this road, I guess bike trails. He said that last time was on a Sunday, and I guess today it was just texting and kissing. He said it started when he was 13.
As horrifying as these allegations are, they represent only what the victim
This has been going on
disclosed to
for
his
a while.
parents, leaving the full extent of Caitlin's actions still unknown. However, investigators would soon have an opportunity to learn more, as Caitlin apparently has no intention of ending contact with the 14-year-old.
She can't get no man her
It was going to be
age, no
in
30-year-old. She said, I'm going
tomorrow or
14.
today, either a Grace 4Runner or a 4-door Subaru.
With Caitlin expected to return in a matter of hours, detectives meet with the victim and his mother before Caitlin's arrival. Though their conversation is brief, the 14-year-old reveals that Caitlin may already suspect something is wrong.
So let me ask you this. Last night, did she see Mom? She saw Mom? So she was freaked out then when you were saying Caitlin was? What did she say to you? She was just freaked out. She didn't really say anything. Okay. If you were to send her a text, would that be... What's the text right now? I don't think she would know.
Oh, really? You think she would think something was up? Or she would think you're okay, so she doesn't need to check on you?
Yeah, it's either that or she thinks something's up. She got a little more suspicious
Last night.
She thinks you're in trouble. She's counting on my parents not really taking any action whatsoever.
Caitlin's supposed confidence in the parents' inaction, however, is about to be proven deeply misguided. Just before 1 p.m., Caitlin's car enters the complex, drives straight through, and exits the other side. A detective stationed outside immediately follows her. Those inside the victim's apartment secure his phone as evidence, then take off after Caitlin and the other detective.
I don't suspect.
First shot, like, she's not stopping.
Once Caitlin finally stops, the detectives approach her to explain why she was pulled over.
Hi, Caitlin. My name's Detective Guider. Okay. Obviously, there's some things I want to talk to you about. Okay, you're not under arrest or anything, but I think we need to have a conversation. Would you be willing to come with us to the station and have that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, my kids are at home. Can I
Is there anyone
settled?
Is there
Husband's in Finland.
He's in Finland.
Yeah. It's really bad timing.
I totally understand, but it is important. So I want to help you out as any way possible because I understand your kids. How old are your kids?
13 and 14.
For context, the victim met Caitlin when he was the same age as her youngest.
That's crazy.
And is currently
Oh,
the
she's
same
interesting.
age as her oldest child.
One of them's at a friend's house, and one of them, but he needs to be picked up very soon, and one of them is at home.
Is there any way you can call him?
Yes, but okay.
I'm just trying so I can get you back home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, just make it easy so I can get you back to it.
Caitlin agrees to call her kids, then follows the detectives to the station in her own car. What she doesn't know is that investigators already have the victim's cell phone, and with it, a record of their private conversations.
Do you have any idea why we're talking today?
I am really wondering why, but can you tell me?
Yeah, I think you might know, and I want to hear, because again, I just want to have a conversation since there's always two sides to every story.
Right,
And I think you know why.
right.
Do you know a young man by the name of... Yeah. Talk to me.
Okay. Was on my caseload last year.
Sure.
Okay, and then he has since moved away, lives with his dad.
Okay.
And we've kind of
She's trying to groom him.
connected.
She's trying to
I
groom him,
saw
bro.
him, out and about in the community,
Sure.
and it was just kind of good to reconnect. And
Sure.
I feel like we had a good connection.
Okay. How long did you work?
Probably for maybe half of the year
Okay. So you kind of
or
know him.
quarters. Yeah.
What
yeah.
kind of kid is he?
He's really interesting and funny and he's,
Interesting and funny?
yeah.
Okay. And how old was he when you first started working with him?
He's 13 in 7th grade.
Well, that's what this is about. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now.
Okay.
It's about him. And I know that you know what we're talking about.
After revealing why Caitlin has been brought in, the detective explains that the victim has already been interviewed. He then shares some of the teen's account, giving Caitlin the opportunity to explain what happened from her perspective.
At one point, he said that he actually came on to you.
He did, yeah. He would kind of express those feelings, and then it got a little, he would say, I like you. So very straightforward, and, and I was like, I like you too, because that's just kind of, I have those interactions with kids all the time.
Absolutely.
It's I think you're a really cool kid, and that's what I would express.
But in Caitlin's version of events, any escalation that followed was driven entirely by the 14-year-old.
And then it got to the point of he asked to touch me, and I had to kind of
That's
tell him
it.
that was inappropriate.
And when you say touch, what is he trying to touch?
Just my hips, or yeah, he's like, can I touch your hips? That's kind of how that progressed.
Okay. Those interactions with him, were they all like that?
No,
But she's trying to put it
Was
off
that
on him.
just
That's
a one-time
sick,
thing
bro.
to,
Yeah, a couple.
so it happened a couple of times?
Yeah, I mean, he was persistent for a little while in that.
Though Caitlin portrays their inappropriate interactions as minimal and entirely one-sided, the victim's own account paints a dramatically different picture. According to the teenager, Caitlin began regularly picking him up around the time they first met, assaulting him inside her vehicle, and on other occasions at her home. At one point, the 14-year-old attempted to end the abuse, but after describing Caitlin as, quote, breaking down in response, he told investigators that he felt bad for her and ultimately remained in
She
contact,
that down bad.
with both accounts
That's kind of
sharply
messed up, bro. He said he felt bad for her, bro. Like, oh my God. I know she probably felt terrible, bro. She like, oh. It's not funny, yo, but Jesus, man. I don't want to go in on her, bro. I kind of feel bad for her, too. Ain't that messed up? How sometimes you might feel bad for the women that do this type of stuff, but lock her ass up.
contradicting each other. The detective now turns to something that could offer far greater insight into the nature of their contact, how the two communicated outside of school.
You guys communicate over cell phones?
At a point, he asked for my phone number.
Okay, tell me about that. What happened with that?
So, trying to remember.
Sure, take your time.
I forget how he got it, but he did get my number.
He got your number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did he reach out to you ever?
He started to reach out.
And did you respond back?
Yeah.
Well, what were those text messages?
Mostly, just kind of, how's your day? Just kind of like, and then just checking in, that kind of thing.
Okay. Because I have his cell phone. Okay, and now I think you know
busted,
there's
bro.
more text messages.
Why she in that line like that,
So
bro?
I want you to be honest with me.
I don't know if I can express that right now.
Okay, take your time. I get it.
Yeah.
That's what we
I feel
do.
like maybe a lawyer would be good.
Though Caitlin requests a lawyer, bringing the detective's interrogation to an end, her time in the interrogation room isn't up just yet. As for the text messages, their contents were far more explicit and more disturbing than Caitlin ever let on. In one exchange, Caitlin messaged the victim, quote, "I miss being in your arms." In another, when the victim informed her that his mother was sleeping, Caitlin responded with, "Good, because my bed feels lonely without you here." Following the end of her interrogation, the detective allows Caitlin to arrange care for her children, forcing her to explain to her family why she would not be coming home that night.
Hi, Mom. It's something I'm in a interrogation room right now, being questioned about. It's about an inappropriate relationship with a minor.
This sicko.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for humiliating and embarrassing the family. He was
You good,
interviewed, and kind of they have our text messages and stuff. I'm gonna obviously lose my job. I'm gonna lose my family. I'm gonna lose everything. I just want to die.
As the consequences of her actions begin to set in, Caitlin arranges for her mother to pick up her kids and ends the call. However, there is still one person left she
just
needs to
confessed on
inform,
camera.
her husband. First, she sends him a text that reads, quote, "I have some bad news. I am a horrible person."
Alright, this
and
the
you-
real victim. You cheated on me with a 14-year-old, and he dumped your ass. He don't even want to be with you. What? Bruh, that is insane.
you to come home ASAP. I've been having an inappropriate relationship with a minor. This is not a joke. I am being arrested. With the message sent, Caitlin can only wait for her husband to respond.
Let me
Being
see, let's read it.
arrested.
It's bad.
With the
I want to die. I need you to be here for the kids. Come on, Mom. Oh, God.
Message sent,
That's
Caitlin
what
can
she
only
said.
wait for her husband to respond. But before he does,
I'm a sicko
the
for
detective
laughing. I know,
returns
y'all.
with some news of his own.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay. I'm done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Caitlin, you are under arrest. Okay?
The detective Mirandizes her and explains the process for search warrants they will be executing at her house. In the middle of the explanation, however, Caitlin finally receives the call she had been waiting for from her husband.
Hi. Hi.
So big these days.
Yes. Did you get my my message?
Get your ass home,
Okay.
right?
Okay, so I am here being arrested. Yes. I'm very, very sorry for this, but it's kind of happening like this, and I don't know even what to do.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you think someone else?
okay.
Minor?
I don't want to get into it, please.
Okay.
Bring your agent to Monday.com.
Hell nah. That
The
nigga probably been trying to get rid of
ChatGPT,
half,
Copilot
bro.
agents working side by side.
He like, it's whatever, bro.
My life is over. I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry.
over.
I f***ed everything up, and I'm sorry.
You good, man.
What?
Her husband's unusual question seemingly suggests he doesn't believe the call is even real.
I want you to tell me the middle name of the birth subject.
It's me. This is really happening.
Okay. This is with the male.
Yes.
Ah, he said it was a woman, we could work with it. He said, oh shit.
Okay. Well, okay.
Just 13 days after Caitlin's arrest, records show that her husband filed for
Right, nigga.
divorce. To learn more about Caitlin's
What?
time working for the district, Ewu
Wait, hold
visited
on,
both
hold on,
middle
hold on, hold on.
schools. To learn more about after Caitlin's arrest, records
yeah.
show that her husband filed for
He said,
divorce.
he said,
To learn more
he said,
about
get up out
Caitlin's
of there.
time
I think he
working
was
for
gonna try
the
to work out. I think he was a
district,
cook
Ewu
ass
visited
nigga.
both middle schools where Caitlin worked to request a statement.
There's not much to say. I mean, we didn't see her that often, so she's usually at middle school.
Best of your knowledge, anything that indicated what might have been going on.
I think that was a shock. It's just shocking that people.
This was the perfect answer.
Any information at all you think you willing to share?
It just seemed normal to me, but I didn't interact with her very often.
According to the principal of Swope Middle School,
Any information at all you think you willing to share?
It just seemed normal to me, but I didn't interact with her very often.
According to the principal of Swope Middle School, Caitlin primarily worked at Billinghurst Middle School. However, they declined to comment. Ewu also attempted to obtain a statement from the Washoe County School District Administration Building, but it did not go quite as expected.
I was sent here to see if I can get anybody to give a statement on the case. I'm sure you guys have heard of Caitlin Rock. What's that? Oh, okay, it was assault of a minor out of a school district staff member.
You have to get in touch with Ms. Campos. She is in a meeting the whole day today, but I will give it to you her email address and email it her, okay?
Okay.
So she can see if she can give an appointment for you.
Excellent.
I'll guys can work that.
Okay, thank you very much.
We later followed up by email asking about Caitlin's employment history and the district's official stance on the case. The district responded with details about Caitlin's employment but did not address its position on the case. According to court records, Caitlin was arrested and charged with 19 felony offenses involving the minor,
19.
including allegations involving physical contact and electronic communications. She pled not guilty. On April 17, 2026, Caitlin Rock appeared in court for sentencing. Before the judge handed down her
She ain't gonna
punishment,
make it in
however,
jail,
the victim
bro.
was allowed to address the
You
court
a free
directly.
ass.
He stated, quote, "I am still hurt. I am still angry. I am still ashamed. I was just a kid and you knew exactly what you were doing. I don't want anyone else to go through what I went through. I want her to be in prison for a long time so she can never hurt anyone again."
Dang.
Following the victim's
That really
statement,
do hurt
Caitlin
kids.
Rock was sentenced to 144 years in prison.
Dang.
Watch our full videos as they were originally made,
She
with
got
no
life.
randomly muted words or details cut.
Wow, 144 years. They made an example out of her.